maximum success. She also has another book, A Trail of Choices, that is even is supposed to be becoming a movie quite soon. So many amazing things. If I go into discussing her, we will just spend the whole session talking about her and her achievements. So I'm going to just allow her to shine her light as she takes the next 40 minutes or so to guide us through what to do. As a young person, if you start making money, whether it is Benjamin and he's making money through whatever processes he's making money from, or whether it is someone else who has started an investment or is working in a job and is earning a salary, whatever it is that you do, most of you are in final year, you're going into the workforce. You start to make money. Then what? Some people don't figure it out until years have passed. And by then you look back and you say, Chai, if only I had known, I would have done this, I would have done that. So aren't you lucky that someone who guides people with managing their finances is here to guide you? If you feel lucky, if you feel like, wow, this is such good news, show me some love in the chats. I want to see it. I want to see that you are serious, that you're excited, and that you're ready to receive the amazing information she's going to be sharing. If I don't see it, I'll just tell her, thank you, Ma, for coming, and you can just go and, hey, that's what I want to see. Somebody says, I'm ready. I see hearts, yes. Now we're talking. Good. I see Sherifat is clapping and applauding her. Excellent. So we are ready to receive from her. I'm so also grateful that right now this is being recorded. And so everyone who is serious-minded and who, for some unfortunate reason, is not here will be able to watch the replay. So without further ado, please join me as we welcome our amazing speaker for today, Mrs. Good. Celebration. Yes, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like you people are serious. Mrs. Kai Orga, as she takes us through the next lessons. Please, get your notebook, get your pen. This is serious business. Mrs. Kai Orga, are you here?
You couldn't hear me all this while I was speaking to myself. So
I was
thank
wondering.
you very much.
Okay.
I was speaking to myself, apparently.
Okay, you're
So
most welcome.
I'm going to go through the chat and just see if I can make sense of who is in the chat, who has joined. There is really something wrong with my screen. Okay, I hope I can move it. So I see Sherifat. Sherifat, please tell, we're not many in the room and I want it to be as engaging as possible. I will try and see if I can make it a bit so we can connect. Sherifat, what are you thinking when we talk about money? What comes to your mind? And I'm going to do this quick, just one word that resonates with you, okay? After Sherifat, we take Makama. I'm just going to do it for these people that are online now, right? Joshua.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Everything else in terms of knowing me or whatever, we'll connect in the course of the session. Okay.
Yes. When
so
I
we're
think of
starting
money,
with Sherifat, yeah?
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
When I think of money, I think of good life.
Good life. Awesome. We'll come to it. Makama, you?
Hello,
And you can
everyone.
post it on the chat.
Hello, everyone. When I think about money, I think about freedom.
Freedom. Is that Makama?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, Joshua.
Good day, everyone. To me, when I think about money, I think of a tools and a tools and assets.
You think of what?
Think of money as a tool to get something, and
Money
an
as a
asset
tool.
also. Yes.
Money as a tool. Okay, so it's an object. It's an object to get something. Okay, Chukuma. And I'm just going to take a few so that I won't, run, but I think we're not that many. Okay, go ahead. Chukuma, quickly. When you think of money, what does it mean to you? What comes to your mind?
Okay, when I think about money, I think about investment and the people. That's
Investment, what?
And the people.
Explain that, please. Expand on it.
Okay, when I think about money, I think of how, number one, how I can double it, how it must not remain static with me. I think about how others too can have it.
Okay. Doubling money and how you can make impact with your money. Awesome. I like it. How others should have. All right, this is good. Should have it. I like the thought. Awesome. Let's do Toberu, Benjamin. I think I've taken Chukuma already. Is there anyone? Tolu, guide me if I'm missing anyone. I tried to cover everybody on the chat. So let's do Winner. Winner, can we hear from you? And then
Benjamin
Toberu.
is here.
Winner, is that Winner?
That's
This is
Benjamin.
Benjamin.
Oh, Benjamin. Okay.
Okay, I think of money as problem solver, something we
You
use
please
to
speak up.
solve. I think of money as a problem solver. It's
Money as a
basically,
problem solver. Nice.
yeah,
Okay, so you think of money as a problem solver, right?
yes, because I feel almost every single challenge we face in life, one way or the other, it can be solved with money. Let's not talk about emotional problem, but physical challenges we get in life, money is mostly the challenge.
Money is mostly,
The cause of the problem or something we could use to solve the problem. Can you hear me?
you're so faint. I'm struggling, but I don't know. So
Let
should we
me tell
just
you what he said. He says he thinks that money sometimes he sees money as a problem solver, that most of the challenges people face in life, somehow it's money that they will need to solve the problem.
my brother, I don't want to even say that you are spot on, but you are beyond spot on because I agree. One money may not be everything, and we're going to have the conversation today. I think it's really that the fact that you're having money or an individual's having money helps them to basically navigate and do a whole lot. So don't bear with me. There's this technical thing. The screen is moving and is reducing our size. I just want to be able to project it. Can you guys see the screen on your end, Tolu?
You shared it previously. Let me see.
You can't? So then maybe I should stop sharing and see whether we can do it again. Yeah, I think it's better. Let's do it again.
Okay.
So let's do it again. It's still coming out in the same way, eh?
No, it's showing now. Okay, I think you need to share slideshow. Go to slideshow.
Yeah, so I've tried to do that and it's not
Maybe before sharing.
okay, maybe before sharing, so I'll stop sharing. Okay. Okay, so give me a second, let me try and get this done. I don't even know. Okay. So I'm going to shut down. Something is going on with the system, but I'll try. Okay, before sharing, it's all a problem. Okay.
Or you want to send these slides to me?
I don't know. That would even take a lot of time. Give me a few minutes, I'll figure.
All right.
Okay, so let's be doing that. So Benjamin, you said problem, money solves problems. Yeah, I agree. Can we take Sylvia while I try to figure this out so that at least we're doing something? Sylvia, do you want to speak? Okay, let's go on.
Don't think so,
Let's
Vicky.
have Toberu.
Toberu. Please unmute. We're talking about thoughts about money.
Good.
Please.
I don't
I don't really have anything to say about money, but
My sister, you don't like money.
I do, but I don't have anything to say.
That's
Okay.
interesting. I find that very interesting. So nothing comes to your mind when you think of money?
I think of currencies and cash.
Okay. Is that Toberu? What do you use money for?
Um, I use it to buy food and other necessary things.
Okay.
Can I
Okay.
share what?
Absolutely. So we have to hear from Rina. We have to hear from I think you. So you're probably the last person.
Okay. Okay. So let Winner. Okay, Winner
Okay.
just came back.
So yourself and Rina need to speak.
Winner is back, I think.
You need to admit her.
I
So I'm
I have
very casual this evening. I don't want any structure or rules. I'm having a bit of a snack, if you don't mind. Your trainer today is so relaxed. I'm trying to be a is it Gen Z or millennial like you guys?
they're Gen Z mostly, I think.
Can you see my screen now? Because we're going to go, and when we start this teaching, we're going right into it.
Yeah, I see your screen.
Yes,
You
ma, I
see,
can
but
see
it's
your
not in
screen.
PowerPoint. It's not in PowerPoint screen. There's something going on. So I don't know. We'll manage it like that. Okay. Okay, so Tolu, tell us, let's hear from your coordinator, Coach Tolu. What do you think about money?
So two things came to mind, or two things come to mind. Many things actually come to mind, but I'll just mention two. One is that one of the people I respect a lot has referred to money as power. Say, go and you give somebody money, you've given them power to go and conquer something in the market. You know who I'm talking about.
Power,
Right?
okay?
Power to conquer something in the market. Also, money is something that I think we all need, we all use, we all live with, but not a lot of people. I see it as something that we can easily not understand, even though we live with it and use it all the time.
She says power, and we all need it. Okay, so I'm trying to also, let's start. Go on, we're going right into it. When we had the first session, the physical session you had, I believe that some of the thinking, give me a second, Dad. I believe that some of the thinking around this was really that your voices should be heard. You need to stand for something. You need to show up. And how do you show up? How do you show up in your lives? All of you have said it. For Tolu, it's maybe his money is about power. For some, they see it as currencies, as cash. I think it was Chukuma that said investments and how you double money so that it can make impact for you. So at the end of the day, right, money or a lack of it is really your voice. How is your voice amplified? How is your voice seen? How do people see you? How do people hear from you? So you sacrifice your confidence if you don't build wealth. Very, very important, because in the process of building wealth and creating wealth and connecting with money, a lot of confidence comes. Like, for example, do you know that today a few people would have died in the hospital, whether we like it or not? There is a baby that is also born today. All of them across the chain, you and I, we must have paid for something. You're either paying a transportation fare or you're paying, there's always something to be paid for. Okay. So the question is, what is the, how is money getting into your hands such that it allows you to navigate the process all through your life? So the topic we had for today was compounding, the ultimate superpower for preserving your voice. Because and I'm going to explain what the concept of compounding with money is, and then how does it become a superpower for you to preserve your voice. So the question is, why should your voice be preserved? Your voice should be preserved because it's you. Your voice is you. Your voice is it's like your thumbprint, or it's like your uniqueness. It's what makes you you. So what we're trying to say today is, how do you amplify the wealth conversation? How do you make money make meaning for you such that you can go through different stages of your life? Okay, so I'm gonna hope this goes okay. So one of the things, I'll start by taking you around some concepts and some thoughts. The very first one is how you navigate the economic uncertainties, right? So the first thing you need to understand is economic realities in Nigeria. There has been persistent inflation, which has been reducing purchasing power. FX volatility also affects business operations and import costs. There's also rising job insecurity across formal and informal sectors. Many of you are in your final year, isn't it, Tolu? And when you finish school, the next thing will be, what job am I going to get? You know, where am I going to get a job? What am I going to do with myself and all of that? So again, what are you going to do? So you're going through this school. The person that said she didn't really think much about money, I want you to begin to change that narrative, because you need to begin to think now about how you're going to make money, what you're going to do to make money, what platforms you're going to use. So all of these issues are there on the economic realities. But then on the other side, there's also a financial wisdom in amplifying your voice. You can amplify your voice by diversifying income streams. You can look at your salary. You can have a side gig or a side business. In today's world, there's a lot you can do through digital platforms to get your voice amplified, to get money, because the more money you have, not necessarily greed or anything, but it gives you options. Money gives you options. It gives you, and I think somebody said it, it's a problem solver. Benjamin said he sees money as being able to solve a problem. So the more money you have, the reality is that you can make options. You can have an option and decide, I'm not going to do this, I'm going to go here, I'm going to pay for this. So again, let's start. So we're starting. I've told you that in Nigeria today, economic realities, there's inflation, there's volatility, even the issues with not getting a job. Then on the other side is that you can actually do something about it, right? You can diversify, you can protect your assets, you can even start. Some of you need to start. We all need to start an investment today or begin to create wealth. Okay, we'll try and make it engaging. I'll tell you some stories. There's the former heavyweight champion, Mike Tyson. He made money in his time than any other boxer in history, nearly half $1 billion, but then he went bankrupt. What happened? Just stories around these people. Flood Money Mayweather, he fought his way to the top and made a lot of money, but he spent recklessly and was carrying a backpack of $1 million in cash, just in case he needed to make an emergency donation to maybe Louis Vuitton or whatever. This one is actually a real life person that I know. He was my former staff's uncle, who grew to become a senior pilot in the Nigerian Navy. Unfortunately, he didn't plan his money. At the end of the day, he made so much money, he was comfortable, but today his son is a bricklayer. I'm telling you, a lot of stories and background as to why you need to, first of all, begin to think of the idea of creating wealth for yourself. Then there's also this guy, I just put this interesting picture of him, but it's also a real story. Somebody who worked for a very long time in the Senate, and right after, he didn't have a plan and he went broke. Then there's also several clients, you know, who start to make money, then they begin to live big and rich, okay? So for you, what is your story? What is actually your story? What is your own particular story? So if I asked you, and I want it to be engaging, right? Makama, Sherifat, Chukuma, Wina, Toberu, Benjamin. It's not a big class, so we can really discuss. what is your own story about money? Excuse me. As I asked you today. Okay, so I'm going to break the ice and tell my story. Then I want Tolu to tell her own brief story as well. You know, when I came, my story is this. Actually, growing up, my mother always had savings, or she had, some security money. If people came to the house to see my dad in those days and gave out some money, she would save it, put it in an envelope. So basically, my story is that I understood financial investments early. I understood money. I knew that money needed to be saved. I knew that money needed to be. So I started the idea of doing hustling, doing business when I was young. That's my story. Then I eventually came into the bank, and I started working in the bank. So of course, all those ideas amplified. So I'm one of those girls that have always believed save money, make your money work for you, make money, then you can do different things, and then you're making money and you're doing. So that's my story. But then I also know that a number of people may not have had that experience. So what's your story? You know why identifying your story is important? Because the next slide talks to you about freedom. Freedom is having enough money or income to pay your living expenses for the rest of your life without having to work full time. So you can decide you want to do other things, right? But if you don't know your story or where you're coming from, where do you start from? Are we together? So I want someone bold to share their story. So Tolu will go, your coach will go, and then right after, anybody can just share just a brief story. We're connecting today. It's a class of 9 or 10 people. There are no strangers in today's room. I'm also a university student today, and I'm joining your team. So we're flowing. Okay, let's go. Let's go if you can hear me.
Okay, so you want me to go ahead?
You're next.
Okay. Yeah, so I think for me, my story, of course, begins with observing my parents. And while both of them worked in civil service, I realized that both of them had what I'll now call side hustles. Okay, so my mom had stuff she used to produce and sell. And my dad also had services he used to render outside of workspace. So what that told me, because there were times when things were low.
Is there something wrong with your network? Because it's somewhat.
Can you all hear me?
I can't hear you.
Can anybody hear me?
I've increased my volume to be able to hear you now.
I can hear you, Ma.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you now. So go ahead. Go ahead, Tolu.
Okay. Yeah, so I think what that did was it gave me this picture that even if whatever you were doing was limiting you, there were things you could do outside of that to empower yourself. Uh-oh. Okay, I think it was her network. Okay, so there are things that you could do to empower yourself outside of whatever job you may have or whatever career. But the other thing that I think that also did was, as a woman, knowing that my mom, if I asked my dad for money and maybe he didn't have enough, or he gave me and told me, okay, the other one will have to wait or something, my mom was always there as like my plan B, my backup plan. And she always had something. She always had money. So it told me that as a woman, you should be resourceful and you should try and make money. So I think that probably colored my upbringing. Going forward, I don't remember ever being out of a job or something to do or something to make an income. So yeah, I think those were probably my images. But while we wait for our speaker, let me take over and just ask that someone else share their own story. What's your money picture? What did you think growing up when it came to money? I know this because I also do marriage coaching, and you see couples where maybe the husband's mindset is, there's never really been money, it's just a scarcity mindset. And then he's married to a woman who thinks there will always be money. Of course, there'll be money. And you find that their attitudes to money would be very different. So that's why I think she's asking these questions. Okay, I was going to take over and ask someone else to talk, but you're back. So please, over to you, our speaker. Do you hear me? Hmm.
So I can hear you. Who is speaking next?
I'd like to go
Hello.
next, Ma.
Okay.
Okay, who's that? Is that Sophia?
Yes, but I think someone also unmuted themselves.
Yeah, but he said you could go ahead. I heard him say you could go ahead, so just go
Oh,
ahead.
okay. Well, I am still an undergraduate, so my my story with money, I don't really know how to place it, but I'll just say that where I come from, I know that my parents talk a lot about investments and savings. And since I am an undergraduate and I don't really have a steady income, what I do is that I treat my monthly allowance as a student as my salary. So when I receive my monthly allowance, I save some, I invest some, I put some for my needs and wants. So basically, I follow the 80-30-20 rule. Is that correct? The 30, there's a rule. I've forgotten what the rule says, but basically it's about spreading your money. So I think my own story with money is about growing it, saving it and growing it and diversifying and also having multiple streams of income. I think that's just all about it. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Mrs. Kaya, are you back? Yeah, I think our speaker is still having some difficulty. But yeah, that's a very interesting background. And you'll be surprised that
Now,
what you're doing
who just
is you're
spoke now?
very
Who spoke
okay.
now? Who spoke now?
That was Sophia. That was
Who
you
was
would
it
see
that
her
spoke?
as, can you hear me?
Okay. Who was it
Yeah.
that spoke? Can you hear me? Who was it that spoke?
It was me that spoke, Ma. Sophia. Makama.
Sophia, I like the fact that, you know, this thing Sophia said, okay, so Makama is actually a lady, Sophia. You talked about freedom. I agree. You know, I like Sophia's concept, and that's why I said I want the discussions to be very engaging today. You know, Sophia's concept and what that as a salary, right? So basically, honestly, if she continues the way she's doing it, so let's even say you get 10,000 in a month and you're using it as a salary because you know then you now have to budget it and spread it across different things. Not like you're buying shawarma or doing different things. I don't know what it is that you know our young people are doing today with their monies, but basically that would also just put you in a place where you know you are or should I say that you have the advantage, right? You have the advantage to be able um to do a lot of things because you have actually taken charge of your money, and that's where we want to go to. So it's freedom, it's about independence, and I really thank you for sharing. So those of you that didn't share, can you write your story, one line or two line? My story is this. My story is that I've never understood money. My story, just write or put your story down because it helps you to basically connect with all that we're talking about and all that is going on. Okay. So now I'm trying to go back into this thing. I don't know. Let's see if we can share. Okay. Let's see if we can share still.
Yeah, someone was trying to share. Is that Benjamin?
Yeah, I'm sharing from my screen. Can you guys see me now? Can you see it? So it's not just trying, it's not going into the slideshow, but we'll work with it like that. Sometimes if technology happens and I'm not in a place where there are staff to assist. So the first thing, guys, so I'm going to teach you today what do I need to do to open my eyes to this world of money? The very first thing with anything, can somebody read the chart if you see it? What's that on the chart? What can you see? Somebody read it. Read it for me quickly.
How do I
Benjamin Arinze.
how do I it just changed, but I
Just
think it was how do I preserve my voice throughout my financial
no. I'm
journey?
on a different slide now. I'm a different slide.
Okay,
Okay.
whatever you
Let's go
do,
back to it.
always
You
give
can read the how do
100.
I preserve my voice through my financial journey, right?
Yes.
System is kind of slow, to be honest. I hope it doesn't slow us down. Benjamin, can you see our screen? Okay, Benjamin,
Well,
let's move. Tolu, somebody else, get somebody else who can see. Who can see the screen, please?
I can see the
Who can
screen,
see
ma.
the screen?
Benjamin is just be
Okay, please
patient.
read.
Benjamin
If
is
you see the
responding.
screen, please read. Thank you, Benjamin. Okay. I think my voice, my internet is slow, so I'm a bit faster than everybody else. So I'll take my time and be slow. Okay, Benjamin, go ahead, please.
Okay. The screen says, what you do, always give 100%, unless you are donating blood.
Please read it again.
What you do, always give
Whatever.
100%,
Whatever,
unless
whatever you do,
oh,
whatever
what
you do, not
whatever
what you
you
do,
do,
whatever you do. Please
whatever
read it
you do,
again. I want you to read it with energy. You know, like guys, read it with energy. You are a young person. Read it with all the energy you have in the world.
all right. Whatever you do, always give 100%, unless you are donating blood. Take 100% responsibility for your life.
Thank you, Benjamin. Awesome. Can we have a lady this time read? Somebody else read for us. Any lady?
Sherifat.
Mhm.
Okay.
Whatever
Sherifat.
you do, always give 100%, unless you are donating blood. Take 100% responsibility for your life.
Unless you're what?
Unless you are donating blood. Take 100%
Okay. Whatever you
responsibility for
do,
your life.
always give 100% unless you're donating blood. And the point here is take 100% responsibility for your life. So, by the grace of God, okay, I have two internets open, Tolu. I don't know what's going on today. And I've been on an online meeting from 8 a.m. till about now. It just rounded up. So I'm surprised that the network is not connecting because I've not been thrown out 1 minute in that meeting. So don't know what's going on, but we shall proceed and continue. I'll keep resharing
I
as
think right
much as I
now
can.
this device is probably clearer by far.
Which one?
This one you're on now. You just switched to a new
It's the
one.
same one.
Really? Okay.
No, I didn't switch.
But it's clear now.
No, some miracle happening.
Okay.
Okay, so guys, and so I was going to say that, and I think this is a very powerful thought, right? Many of us, even when we're in school, my lecturer didn't do this. I have my children to their university, two of them. So it's interesting. Oh, even recently, my daughter said, "Oh, the lecturers are this, they're that, and I'm just looking. See, the number one thing you need to do is to take responsibility for your life. I can't even begin to explain it. Once you change nobody is responsible for who you become, for what you become, for the decisions you make. I mean, like in Nigeria, we pray a lot and we say, oh, the Almighty, and that. It's important, but ultimately you need to take the decision to move. So this is it. If you can get this concept of 100% responsibility, it's going to save a world of problems. So I'm going to be teaching you nuggets of how to enter this world of money. Remember that we are going to come to a point where we're going to discuss compounding so that you amplify your voice. It's about your voice, right? How do you amplify your voice, and how does money do that for you? But I'm going to teach you some nuggets. So I've started. The very first thing is 100% responsibility. Everybody open your chat and say 100% responsibility. Can we say it together? Can we say it together? 100% responsibility for my life. Can we go? 1, 2, 3, go.
100% responsibility for my life.
100% responsibility for my life. I will take 100% responsibility for my life.
I will take 100% responsibility for my life.
I will take 100% responsibility for my life. Okay, awesome. Can you guys still see my screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
So please confirm you can see my screen. Okay, so the next thing you need to think about, and I'm going to try and teach you the whole truth and everything that is the truth, okay? You're already in school. A very important thing you want to think about is factors that affect your earnings. The first thing, so when you finish school now, you're going to start, everybody will, all your classmates will spread, people will go to different places. You need to start thinking about the type of career or job you get, or the placement of employment. Where are you placed? Chances are that if you start in a government job, you're going to stay there for a couple of years and grow through the ranks. Some of you may want to start a business. Some of you may want to get into the financial sector or private sector like me. For me, when I finished school, I was posted to a government parastatal or institution. For whatever it was, I went back and told them to reject me. I didn't understand it at the time. I think my brain is more private sector entrepreneurial based, I guess. So that was me. So your ability to make money, all of these factors, your career choice, ability to find employment. Some of you, the courses you read may not be easily one that will open doors easily. So your education, some of you have employability skills, but you have not even started thinking of cultivating them. Then a prior job, maybe not for you. Sometimes it could be the economic conditions. Then you add ability to advance in that career. Then the standard of living and the earnings. So responsible earning involves realizing that career choices greatly affects lifetime earnings and considering these factors when making career choices. So all these factors have a way of affecting how you earn, how you create, and how you make money. Okay? Did we get this slide? Do we have questions on it? Because it's a bit, so you're finishing school, you get a career. So we're saying all of these factors. What are these factors? There's economic conditions, standard of living, your earnings. Then when you get a job, are you growing in your career? Because if you are in a place for like 5 years, 7 years, there's no growth there. Sometimes you're waiting and you have to take exams, which is good, but you also need to think about your progression. Okay, very important slide. Questions at this point? Another thing you want to also think about, I know that you are young, so this slide may not be, maybe for somebody who are in their 40s or 50s, they'll start thinking about relationships, but ultimately my job is to tell you the whole truth. You see all of these pillars: relationships, recreation, service, money, health, learning, what you do if you're a part of an organization, your spirituality. All these 4 are pillars that affect your life. And as you progress, so if you are in this platform today, for example, and you're already smoking, it will affect, because you're going to be spending money on buying it to take it. So your money is reducing. Let's say you had 10K, you're supposed to save 5K. you are reducing the amount of money you can save. The other thing is that your health, when it comes to the pillar of health, you are already investing negatively into your health. Does that make sense? So this pillar is important. So you need to ask yourself, out of all these pillars, there's relationship, there's recreation, there's service, there's money, there's health, there's learning, there's organization and spirituality. How am I doing? Because I think sometimes it's not even Tolu, it's not even 30s or 40s or
Oh dear. Sorry, can I suggest?
I will just keep sharing.
Can I suggest that maybe if you try
Can you
switching?
see?
Can you hear me? Mrs. Kai?
I hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you consider putting off your camera for the duration that you're speaking? Because the video drags a lot of the bandwidth. So that may be also.
Oh, that's fine.
Let's see if that
Yeah,
helps.
that's actually fine. Okay, so there's the video thing again. Maybe it's the video, right? Because I did this meeting. Like I said, I've been online since 8. And so those are part of the things you do to make money. Where are you? I'm trying to get the screen where I can now change. Okay, something today. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes, ma.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Video off. Can you see it? Okay. Video is off.
Yeah. We see your screen. We don't hear you.
But the video is off, but it's showing that I'm still on.
We see your screen, but your video, we don't see your face. We just see your screen, which is fine. We can hear your voice.
Okay, it takes a long time to show on my end. You can hear my voice. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so maybe we do this.
Sorry, tech does these things sometimes. The best laid plans get embarrassed by tech. It happens. Please bear with us. We should be back. Okay.
Can you hear me? So can you hear me now?
Yes, I hear you.
So I've switched networks. Hopefully it stays. Just let me know once you can't hear me, then we'll see if there's okay, so let's move. So another thing you want to do. So first of all, remember 100% responsibility. Remember the kind of job you have. I'm going to go back a bit. Factors affecting earning. How you take. So think about your career. You can't see the slides? Okay. So every time it goes off, something happens. We'll find a way. We'll finish it. Don't worry. Can you see now?
Yeah, it's starting to share the screen. We haven't seen it yet, but it's sharing. Yeah, it's here. We see your screen. Your slide.
Okay. So every time you think about your 100% responsibility, think about the factors affecting your earnings. Very important. So make sure you take time to look for a job. People, say, oh, I'm not getting that job. Take your time. So that's why I tell young people, you need to be very, very, you see, let me quickly say something now. You see, time and money, they're opposite friends. One is on the other end, one is on the other end, and they go together on the other end. So you need to use your time to make money. Very important. Spend time to check about your career. Look at what's going on in your industry, the kinds of jobs available. Don't just settle into anyhow, because it determines what it is. You can take a job now and gradually, obviously, change or move across the chain. Okay. Very important. That's for the career. Then we talked about the pillars of life. Now, the next thing is clarity. And I'm a student of the Bible. I love my Bible. Absolutely. And whatever faith you believe, make sure that you find a way to be rooted in it. This one, I like this quote. It says, the sons of Issachar had an understanding and they knew what to do. So the next point is clarity. I know you are young and it is difficult to say I am clear. Like I remember when I was a copper in around about so such a long time ago, like about 20. She said my profile is 27. It's actually 28 years because I've been here like 28 years. So let's say 28 years ago. I was not clear. I didn't know what I wanted to do. But I would tell you that it is important to take the time to see if you can begin to think, see what, just even if it's an idea, and look at these glasses. In between, you can see the border of the glasses is blood, right? But inside the glasses you can see the trees because you're wearing the glasses, okay? So if I take off my glasses now, it's likely that I would not, I'm short-sighted, be able to see far. Okay, so clarity is very important. Clarity is seeing clearly, like, what do I want to do? What job do I want to do? How much money do I want to make? What industry do I want to play with? When do I want to marry? How many children will I have? All of these things. You guys don't, people, is when you get to 30, 40, 50, and you begin to look back that all those things are important. So nobody told me, nobody guided me. And then sometimes people make a lot of mistakes and then they start to correct them. And that's why mentorship and what Mrs. Coach Tolu is doing here is very, very important because she's providing you the platform. So after you get clarity, and this is like the fourth or fifth point, the next thing is your why. Why, if you're on this platform and I mentioned some vices, why are you even taking it? Some people get into some behaviors. They don't even know why they're doing it. It's just because somebody else said, take it, and you join them. Why do you want to study architecture? Why do you want to work in an architectural firm? Why did you study technology? Some people who finished reading, like yesterday, I met somebody who read engineering and they're working in the bank. Why? So you need to get clarity, this connects to clarity, is getting an understanding of your season. Right now, you are in the season of building your life. You don't have any business with distraction, being somebody moving you up and down. You are supposed to be building your life. That is your assignment. What do you do? What work do you do? What are you supposed to do? What is the vision for myself? What is my life about? This is your time for clarity. Hear me now, the video is awful, but I'm shouting, literally shouting because I'm passionate about this topic. This is time for you to get an understanding of your life. It's time for you to begin to say, I'm going to graduate very soon. If I finish, what would I be doing? What are the opportunities? So do like a SWOT. I call it, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats for yourself. Do it for yourself. And at this point, I recommend 2 books. Read the Think and Grow Rich book, and then 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. You cannot go, if you read those books, it will open your eye to many of the things I'm saying. So what is your why? What is your reason for being here? What is your reason for being in this life? What is your reason for the fact that you are still alive here? Some of you lost secondary school classmates, primary school classmates, but you are still in university. Even some people in your university probably passed while you were there. You're about to graduate. There's a reason why the Almighty left you, so that you are here to experience something more. So the question is, why are you here? Why are you alive? What is the purpose for your life? And that for me is the clarity. If you get clarity about the purpose for your life, then you begin to understand, okay, I need to make the money to do A, B, C, D, E. Like she mentioned, I need to make the money to make impact. I need to make the money to do this, to do that, to do that. Okay, so your why is very important. The next thing you want to leverage on is your mind. And this is where I am worried for this generation. And Coach Tolu, what do they call themselves? Millennials or
These are
which
Gen
one? What are
Zs.
they?
These are
Gen
mostly Gen
Zs.
Z.
Okay, these are Gen Zs. We were what now?
We are Gen
Yeah,
X.
Gen X.
You're
Okay.
Why are you
millennial.
opening up like
You
this
guys are
now?
millennials.
We're
Okay.
trying to cover ourselves.
Today,
No,
where is
you guys
millennials?
are millennials and we are Gen Zs.
Okay.
No,
You
we are
guys
not
are.
Gen Z. You people are Gen Z. That matters. We are not millennials. Millennials are juniors.
Yes,
I
ma, I
brought
said
my
we
video back
Generation
on for a
X.
Gen Zs,
minute.
and
I brought
you
my video
and
back, but today I
our guest
noticed that
speaker
the
are
phone is still.
millennials.
Is
Say
this
that
Sophia?
again, please. I think it's Makama.
Yes, I
speaking.
said
Okay,
Coach
that's
Tolu
Sophia.
and the guest speaker, you are both millennials, while the the other people listening are Gen Zs.
When you say millennials, what is the upper limit of the age of millennials?
I think I am not so sure. Let me confirm, but I think mid-50s.
No, I don't think so. Confirm, sir. But okay, please
Okay,
back to you.
confirm, eh? Whatever you guys call yourself, see this phone, Tolu, Coach Tolu. You see them everywhere. You people there, you're on your phone, you are checking, you are doing. I put on the video to show you. You're always taking a selfie. All those things are fine. And I'm going to put back my video off. Good. So that it will allow us to run. Because I notice it's actually running faster without the interruptions. Your mind. Why did I say that? Use your mind to settle down and to understand. So your mind is a powerhouse. I mentioned reading, right? I mentioned reading. I mentioned your ability to read because mind, when you leverage on your mind, it's a powerhouse. And by reading, you get to build up your mind. You get to have an understanding and awareness of yourself, your environment, because reading opens up your mind. So one of the things you must do is to leverage your mind. Your mind is a powerhouse. Another thing is, who do you see when you look into the mirror? This is a bit also about clarity. Who do you see? Who are you? Because if you don't even understand who you are, then it becomes very difficult for you to say, okay, this is it. I'm going to. So some of us are shy. Some of us are timid. Some of us are very slow. Okay. Some of us, who are you when you look into the mirror? Who do you see? What exactly do you see? Who do you see when you look into the mirror? Okay. I checked, millennials are generally born between 81 and 96. Today, they're about 30 to 45 years. Okay, awesome. And what about us, those that are in their late 40s and 50s? Where would you place them? So the next thing is your story. I mean, look at this picture. This lady is wearing but what she sees is a queen, is a princess. So who are you? Because if you see yourself as a very focused person, as a king, the son of a king, you're not going to allow yourself to go into bad habits because they'll take your money from you, they'll make you sick, and you're going to lose your voice in the process. You're going to lose your voice. So we're talking about what to do with money to sustain your voice. Okay? So the next thing we were going to talk about is your story. The reality is that we've actually covered this. So let's move on. And there's a concept I want to introduce that ties to the mind. Now, paradigms, right? What are paradigms? Paradigms is how we've always seen things. Like even in class, your teacher will say something and you say, oh, no, this is not the way it is. This is not how I understand it. This is, So what was a Gen X? We're Generation X, 46 to 61. Okay, Gen X, thank you. We're Gen X, she says. Okay, so paradigms are formed early. You were a baby, So it's your mindset, because I'm trying to also connect this with the thought on the mind. Okay. What kind of environment did you grow up in? For example, what kind of environment did you grow up in? And what was the attitude of the people around you towards achieving your potential and your life goals? Okay. So you need to try to think, and we did a bit of that in your story. And that leads me to the particular concept that I always like to use to teach, and it's the iceberg concept. The iceberg concept is basically saying 90% of what goes on under the iceberg, we don't see. How many of you know the iceberg concept? The class is becoming quiet, and I'm going to come back into class. Are we even there? Okay, so I'm going to touch base with my people. Joshua, you see money as a tool. What comes to your mind when you hear iceberg? Is Joshua in class, or has he gone to sleep? And Toberu will hear from you, and we hear from Benjamin. Okay, 3 people. When you hear the concept of the iceberg or iceberg, what comes to your mind?
I think, to me, I think is the foundation upon which we build every other element of our life or every other part of our lives.
Foundation, okay. I called Benjamin and someone else. Benjamin. So to help me, the two people I mentioned, they should speak up.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, you said the question was concept of money, right?
Concept of iceberg, the iceberg concept.
Like, I'm still struggling to understand the definition we're giving of iceberg. I don't know if you could do
Okay,
that,
no
please.
problem if you don't get it. I'll explain. Anybody has an idea at all about the iceberg? The picture in front of you, that ice inside the water, it's called an iceberg. Can you think of what this concept may be saying? Okay, there's a movie called Titanic. How many of you have seen the movie Titanic?
Yeah, I've seen the movie Titanic, and I think I have something to say about the iceberg now.
Awesome. Let's go. Now we're talking. Let's move. Okay.
Okay, in terms of the iceberg, I think the first concept that pops up in my head is it's not how what you see that may actually be the outcome or what you do. So, money may look so interesting, but it's not really easy to get or to accumulate. Because speaking of the story of the Titanic, they didn't see the iceberg as something that would actually crush their ship. If only they knew how
Awesome.
in depth it
Awesome.
was.
Awesome. Awesome. This is so beautiful. I like that you're able to connect it. They did not see the iceberg as something that would destroy or create so much havoc. Today, I think the Titanic is one of the biggest ships that has ever, would I call it, crashed. I've been on a cruise before, and I now understand that, okay, imagine if you're in this ship and then it now goes down. But imagine what that would have been at that time, how many years ago previously. So the concept of the iceberg is really what are the things that we do not see or we tend to ignore, just like he said. So now, again, this iceberg is saying that you see wealth creation, financial independence, financial freedom, opportunities, making money, saving, they are all at the base of the iceberg. And that's what we're trying to uncover today, right? That it's really more, some of it is even, you could say it's like in the subconscious. So one of the things you also need to do now is to uncover your unconscious money script. So there's already a script that has been written. That's why I asked you your story. Your story is connected to your script. Money scripts are unconscious beliefs that have been developed around money. Do you know there are some people that have a script that money is not a good thing? That's why I asked you in the beginning. And I remember, Sherifat, you said money is about having the good life. Sophie Amakama said it's about freedom. Joshua said he sees money as a tool to help him meet his objectives. Chukuma said investing in people and doubling the money and all of that. Toberi talked about currencies and cash. I'm reminding you what you said because I noted them. Benjamin, I like his own. He said money is a problem solver. Then you also have Tolu mentioned about power. Money is about power. Me, I see money as hey, it answers. The Bible says money answereth all things. To me, that's how I see it. It answers a lot of things. If I make money, somebody is talking, I'll just pay and then drop my money and go. So, but what is the script you have written about money? The script is like the iceberg, is what you do not see, but it's there, it's in your subconscious. Okay, because of time, we're going to move. So you need to deal with your unconscious money script. Money scripts like money does not grow on trees. I can't have money if I don't do this. If I don't, I won't be able to work in this sector. I won't get a job because my father doesn't know anybody. All of them are unconscious scripts that we have written and they're affecting us. Okay. Can somebody go to the chat and write one unconscious script that you know is affecting you towards making money? Okay, let's go quickly. Quickly, I wanted it to be as interactive as possible. That's why I'm taking the time to stop in between. Okay. Tolu, can you help me monitor the chat because I can't see it anymore?
Okay, I don't know if I'm not seeing anybody's comments yet,
I went
but I'm going
off,
to
but
put it
I'm
on.
back now.
So this used to be my
I
own.
have to work hard to make money. I see this one. Okay, let me allow Coach Tolu to read it while I bring up the screen. Okay,
Okay.
just tell me what people are saying. Okay.
All right. So I have to work hard to make money. I had put that down because that was what used to be my money script.
Okay.
Someone says wealth is meant for certain people. It's not for everybody.
Aha.
Uh-huh.
Aha.
Anybody else with
Okay.
a script that they had or that they have? Joshua says, if I can be very good at something, money will follow.
Hmm. That's a script because it's not necessary. Well, it's a positive script because my positive script was that money was always available and I needed to just make it. I always saw money as being available because I don't know. My script was that my mom saved money. So I saw her putting money in envelope, putting it under her pillow. So money should be available. That was a very positive script. And I know that possibly influenced a lot of the things I'm doing. But then sometimes again, he said, working hard. And please, you guys, share your thoughts. This class is not many. We're just about 10, excluding myself and Coach Tolu, or maybe 8. Share your thoughts on the chat. That way you are engaging and you're growing and you're learning. So again, with the negative scripts, if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. So I'd like you to think about what enemy or script, negative script is slowing you back. Okay. And there's some things I want you to do with. Like, for example, the things I don't know that maybe you guys are doing some of this, but social media, buying phone. There are some people that I see in university. When I see their phone, me that have been working for 20 something years and I'm overseeing the company, I say, I don't know. So you get again, this is now taking action. What are the things? Because even for you, there's a way you can begin to make money and create wealth. So we're going into the actual class now. See, for example, you spend, and it's not that you don't buy clothes or jerseys or you don't do your nails. Be careful of the need to impress. Purchasing based on outer pressure, spending money you don't have. You have to balance it. Social media, for example, some of us will be online. And I know that technology today is very key and very important, but you have to have a budget. Okay? Because of time, I'm going to go through it. Have a budget. And I mentioned this slide, I'm sorry, should have come earlier. This is the point when you use your information you read to help yourself to broaden your mind so you can start a business. You can use the information to read. Like I told you, those 2 books, Coach Tolu, they need to read the books, guide them to read it because then they get more information. Like the one on the money, as you read, you get better. Then you understand the concept on money and all that. Another leverage you have. So reading is a leverage. I've told you about your mind. I think I've told you about your mind basically and the subconscious mind. Now, and your why. Your why is also a leverage. Another leverage you have. So reading is one. Another leverage is, so these are the things you can use to start making money now. Don't wait for graduation. Oh. In today's world, in your world, it's not like that when you finish and go and get a government job only. In today's world, there are platforms, there are systems that people use to create wealth, okay? So the first thing here is discovering the difference and cultivating that. So who are you? Leverage your uniqueness. That's what I wanted to say. And your uniqueness has to do with your talents. Again, I go back to my Bible class. I'm a Sunday school. I used to be a Sunday school student. I liked my Sunday school. In fact, don't mind me. So I remember all those moments when we used to sing about the talents. Now, the master gave 3 people talents. One of them went and hid the talent. So remember that your talent is your uniqueness. You can use it to create money. So you're in a university where, do you know how many people are in that university setting? Do you know that if you decided to sell something, it could be water or something that students need every day, already you've created a stream of income. You can have it in a place and start to sell, discuss with somebody, I don't know, but there's always a way. The next thing you must think of is your time. Everybody say time. When I talk about time, I like to scream because that's the only way you will understand. Time must be exchanged for something to have value. If you don't have money today, some people say, I don't have money, I'm broke. That means you're using, what are you doing with your time? Because even when you're studying, some people are using technology today to make money. Simple. What are you using? The younger people have the leverage of being young. So you are young today. You are at your strongest and you can learn the best, and the years will go by. So you need to begin to think of your time. And you have a lot of spare time. You have so much spare time. Connected with time is the 10-year question I'm running. So these are all the strategies. If you are, sorry, I should have changed this slide. If you are 25 today or 22, in 10 years, you'll be 32. Time is happening. What plan do you have for yourself? Time goes quickly, and I want you to answer the 10-year question. What's the 10-year question? Where will I be in 10 years? What would I be doing? I want to believe that if I look at some of you, you'll be the second person on my screen. You have not yet started wearing suits. So you guys are, well, I think some of you will be between number 3, the third image, right? You're already almost finishing school, looking for a job. So you dress possibly like those ones are teenagers. Look at the last person, the last one. Time happens. 10 years ago, where were you? You were in secondary school. What was happening? You were in the second line. But today you are in the third line. So you have to answer the 10-year. And if you answer the 10-year question, you begin to ask yourself, what do I do in my life? Then the next thing is planning. How do I plan? How do I coordinate myself? How do I, you have to have a plan. In 5 years, I want to do this. In 10 years. Anybody, I want to challenge somebody to know, and I have a gift for that person that would write an action based on everything I'm teaching. And I'm not going to share my slide. That way you are forced to listen and make your notes, coming up with a blueprint plan. I have a reward for that person. I'll find a way to do something for that person. It's what I mean, as a commitment. So the leverage of the internet is also a leverage you have. What are you using technology to do? I'm teaching you all the leverages you have before I show you how to actually make the money. Technology is a leverage. Another leverage you have is creating and solving problems. What will you create such that the world will be at mercy to you? What will you do that will make you stand out? And how are you going to be different? Right? So today I can also tell you that I started working. So when I was in school, when I was in university, I went to school in ABU, but my family lived in Plateau State in Jos. So when I was in school, if they gave me money, do you know my father gave me money? Before I left Jos to go to Zaria, do you know what I do? I will go to the leather works. They used to have a place where they make slippers, like leather slippers, natural, like slippers made from goat skin and all of from animal skin. You know what I did? I bought those slippers and I took them to school and I sold them. So from time, people that they'll say, this woman, you've always known how to, you always had money. I was always creating, because I realized that some people, they come to school, they don't have casual wear. Like we call them platforms or whatever. And today, I'm now go and put my things and I sell. When I'm coming back home, I now have put all my money together and I go again. Then when I came to the city of Abuja, that's the one that even used to, I used to do bed sheets. I would meet people, design your house for you, do bed sheets for you, do duvet, do cover. To the point that because I was already doing it, when I finished my NYC, I met somebody, just as I was leaving the bank, I wasn't retained. I was now going to go and look for a job. The person I said, okay, come and help me renovate my house and do this. And in that year, I don't want to tell you what I made as a copper that I was just finishing. So which problem are you solving? Coach Tolu today is solving the problem of people not having a voice and young people or individuals not being able to amplify their original design and to speak to what they want. So how do you identify that there's a problem and you are the solver? Whatever problem you solve, there's always a reward for it. So if you want to make money, start to look for problem and solve it. There's always somebody ready to pay for a service that you need. Okay? The next one is leveraging building skills. And we overshot our time, Coach Tolu, but because we didn't start early and a lot of time was wasted, we'll just go through with the slide, right? And then I think I'll find a way to maybe wrap it up in another 15 or so minutes. I can do that. So leveraging or building so you need to build your skill apart from your career capacity. Build skill, learn a skill. In today's world, learn a technology skill. Don't just be chatting and putting updates on your status. Learn a skill. Use technology today to make money. You can use technology, there are many resources. So I'm just telling you the one that I feel you could leverage on. Replication leverage, for example, is like your mass media, something you post, maybe you post a video, people pay you for it. Today, YouTube, don't they pay people? Okay, they pay. This popular pastor that prays every day, I hear is one of the biggest earners because he's out there praying every day and people are liking it. And his own whatever repeats every day. Every day he shows up, there's mass media is happening. Social media is also, he's making money from there. I write books, I coach, I teach. So, and Coach Tolu as well, she's a writer. So every time somebody buys your book, you are earning from the replication leverage. You don't need to write that book on the day. Let's say I wrote a book 10 years ago. I launched it in 2025. Let's say somebody decides to buy 10 of my books today. I'm not going to sit down and write the book. The book has been written already, but I'm making money from it today. Okay, so what system are you going to have in place? We're moving quickly. I will skip this. Now, look at these two pictures. I want to quickly tell you something. Can you see this picture of this old man and this young man? Same context. The context is the same. Hard work for life. So you need to define your own context. Okay, I'm moving quickly. Now, this is how people actually earn money. And I'm almost going to enter the money class now to teach you exactly how money works. Look at the category. You are either unskilled, you don't have leverage, then you are using your time and effort. Okay? You're using your merchandise with your time and effort. Or you are skilled. You read engineering. You get a job. Your type of leverage is your skill. Your merchandise is craft, time, and effort. Or you get a job as an employed person, right? Okay, the skilled people are people that maybe fix shoes and people that cook. That's a skill. But they are using their craft, time, and effort. See, anytime, I told you guys, it's about time. Money is about time, right? It's about time. Look at all of this. The ones that do not use their time are business owners and investors. Look at it very well. Business owners use other people's money, other people's resources, other people's time, and their merchandise is products and services. So Tolu, you are also a business owner because your product is books. And you don't even have to do anything. You can put it there for somebody to sell it for you. Then you, the last category is as an investor. If you invest money today, you are buying time so that you do not have to work for that time tomorrow. I'll pause here because I think we have just maybe 15 or 20 slides, which is the rest of it is easy peasy. So I've done the difficult work is helping you to change your mindset to see why do I even need to make money? If we have any questions at this time, Coach Tolu, I'll take them before I run into the juicy part, which is the leverage of compound interest, which is the topic of today. And that's very easy. It's really simple, okay? How to do it is compounding. Any questions? Anything you don't understand? Because if you don't understand the first part, which is a bit of a psychology, the soft part of all of these conversations, it may be difficult. So please ask your questions. Ask your questions. Thank you.
I think, can we just proceed because we've really overshot the time. And
okay. So nobody is asking questions. Okay.
We can just write them down and then we can take them at the end.
Okay. So Albert Einstein, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who does not will pay for it. Can somebody quickly read this thing again? This is why we're here today. That you come to a point when you understand money must be compounded so that you elevate your voice in the world. That's the connection. Compound money, elevate your voice in the world. Can one person quickly read it? I just like to connect with the audience. Somebody who has not spoken to me. Joshua, right? Okay, Joshua, please go on.
Okay, ma'am. Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it or pays for it.
Who understands compound interest will earn from it. He who does not will pay. So what is compound interest? Take your phone, right? Take your phone and do something. Take your phone and do something. Put 100,000 in your phone. But before you say I'm scaring you, yes, let's use 100,000 so that the figure is big. 100,000 times 12. Every month you put 100,000 in your investment. Every month you put 100,000. How much are you getting? Quickly. How much are you getting? How much are you getting? How much are you getting?
1.2 million.
Okay, times 10.
12 million.
12 million. Okay, 12 million in 10 years from money you have put in. In terms of compounding, that money will go to about 20, 24, 25 million from just putting 100K every month. Now, I'm extending the concept so that we don't take time and we round up. If you do not have 100,000, what you must do is, even if it is 1,000 naira, you set up an investment. Now, remember, you have time at your own advantage, right? You have time. So basically, anything you do today, maybe the youngest person here, let's say 2025, for example, add another 10 years, you'll be in your 30s and you have that kind of money. So basically, even if you don't have 100K, start your investment with 5K and add 1K every month. That is how you create wealth. Coach Tolu, I've landed the point. How you create wealth is putting money every month. Every month you're compounding. So a superpower is a special ability or power that someone or something has that makes them exceptionally strong. Now we're saying that, think of Superman's ability to fly or Spider-Man's web slinging skills. Remember Spider-Man or Superman, right? In terms of compounding. So that is a superpower. Every time Spider-Man is flying, imagine yourself putting your money in your investment is a superpower. I'm not telling you what I've not done as the managing director of my company. It's how I have enjoyed my money in the last maybe 15 or let's say 15 years. That's how I have enjoyed money, by compounding money. Okay, so basically the power of compounding is the process of generating earning on your principal and your interest over time. The process of generating your money, earning from your principal and your interest over time. Please write your questions. We're about to round up. What are the benefits? Time is your friend. You get time from that. You start early because you are quite young. The more time you have, the more the money grows. Consistency and then patience. Those are three things. And these three things are my values as a person. Consistency, because you must keep doing it. 1,000 every month, every week or every month. You can't go wrong. And then you are patient to watch it grow. So I'm going to quickly show you a screen. Can you see this? Very interesting. So this is definitely directly from my company. 2,000 naira, for example, in 10 years. Look at what it gives you. And we're using 8%, but to be honest, the market return 20%. So we always try to be conservative in the model, right? And the investment type is a money market instrument. And look at, you can even do 5,000 to 50. Okay, let's look at 10,000. 10,000 in 10 years at 8%, 1.2. And this is just 10,000. Your total money is 1.2. You get an interest of 648. That's why I used 100, because in 100, that money is 12 million naira. And then in 10 years is more than that. Okay, so this is just a simulation to guide you that compounding is one way to amplify your voice. We're rounding up. Please put your thoughts down. The next few slides is just really to say you have to have a goal. What are your goals? Some goals is, I want to buy a laptop. I want to start a business. I want a phone. I need nice clothes. I want to Japa. Maybe when you finish school, you want to Japa. I need to make 200K by December 2026 now. This should have been changed. By December 2026, I want to make 200K, right? Then this slide is very important. Give me a minute to explain to you. all of you listening to me are under the stage where we call wealth accumulation. Look at that very well. There's wealth accumulation, wealth consolidation. So Tolu and I have pretty much in that bracket of what we call wealth consolidation, where we should have made money or we're spending, we have children in school, a lot is going on. You guys are at the beginning. Do not play with age 20, 22, 23, 24, 25. That is the stage when you're accumulating wealth. And you need to, that's why I say focus, clarity, so you can find a way to create wealth. Ultimately, you're going to go through the chain where you are starting a family, you get married, you're spending more money, then you get into using up your savings. Then your children even leave home, they go to university. Before you know it, they are graduating, they're getting married. Then you now start retiring and gifting away. It's a circle. We call it the financial life circle. So you guys, look at it. You are at the beginning stage of your life. That's why I say, don't be distraction. Remember the pillars. Don't be distracted by anybody telling you, oh, come and take this substance, come and do this absolute crap. I can tell you from here that it's just destroys. Yesterday, with Coach Tolu, I watched online, one guy said he's now dying of some cancer, blah, blah, blah. And he said, he was telling young people, I have been careless. I took decisions and I took substances that have derailed me. It's not a substance class, but it's just to say that for your voice to be amplified, you need to take care of your health. You need to take care of your mental health. You need to not be distracted. Focus on your goals, okay? And then identify where you are. Make sure you deal with leaking buckets, okay? Do not have any leaking buckets. So what you really do is financial habits. You need to write a budget. And like this lady that says she takes her money as a salary. Have a budget for any money. You know, I say when they say, oh, young people don't have money, I say people are joking. They are online gisting and doing it. How do they buy data? Have a budget for the 1,000 naira that your uncle gives you. Have a budget for if you go and do something and somebody pays you during the holiday. Have a budget for it. Have a budget. Look out for your excess, different things that you spend money on. Then don't get into debt. If you start getting into debt at this stage, it will affect you. Okay, very important. And then I'm going to skip most of this because I think we've said it. So these are the investment opportunities that are available. There are products that you can key in. But for you, let's leave all this long story. There are investment opportunities. I'll advise you start with a simple one, which is the money market fund. The money market fund is very important. And if they are ready, Eniola, they gather themselves in one place, I can get an investment advisor to speak with them and to guide them on how they can start by taking advantage of the superpower of compounding. Remember, the superpower of compounding to amplify your voice. That's what you must do. So to round up the class, what action are you going to take? So Tolu, we need to go around the room. Each person needs to say, if they have a question, they should use the opportunity to tell us, this is the action I'm going to take to change my life along my finances. I'm so sorry for the interruption from the internet. I'm taking the meeting at home. Maybe if I was in the office, it would have been a bit more stable. But it's interesting that I had a meeting all day from 8 a.m. till 5, and it was fine. So thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for showing up. I know that you plan to have a lot more people, but I always say something. If it was one person that joined, I would have called you, because that means it's for that person. So the 8 or 10 of you that are on the call today, I know that the Almighty designed for you to hear and take the feedback. So there's no excuse for you. I've handed you today something that is a gift, and you need to activate it and make your life count for something. I wish you the very best, and it's a pleasure speaking with you guys. So let's hear your questions.
Thank you so much, our speaker, our amazing speaker. Thank you for the time. Thank you for the effort. Honestly, you guys, if you Google her name, maybe that will let you understand the value that you've just received. It's amazing that she makes out the time to talk with young people, but she's so passionate about this that when I asked her, I was wondering how will I go about it? How would, very eagerly, she said, no problem. Because she knows, she has seen the other end of the journey. She has seen people who have misplaced their priorities at the stage where you are and who have ended up in trouble. And she wants to stop it as much as she can. And that's why she has shared this value with you. I would like to encourage you to also look at something. I will quickly share this, and maybe that will help also to just enhance the conversation, right? So this is a general, it's a generic, what they call investment calculator, right? So assuming you were to log into this, if you were to log in here, okay, I can type. I wasn't sure if I'll be able to type. Assuming, like what she was saying, let's say you're getting pocket money. Let's say we're using the story of Sophia. She has pocket money that she's given every month. Say Sophia, this is hypothetical, we don't know. I haven't had any discussion with her. Say Sophia receives a monthly allowance of 50 of, no, that's too much, right? Let's say 30,000 naira. I don't know. And then she decides out of that 30, I'm going to pretend that what I actually get is 25. And I'm going to put 5,000 naira into an investment, initial investment, right? Then every month, because she continues to get 30,000, she takes 5,000 and she puts it every month. And she does that. Let's say she is 20 years old today, and she says, I want to do that for the next 10 years. Let me see what I get in 30 years. And she puts in 30 years. So the dollar sign, ignore it. It can be Naira, it can be CDs, it can be any currency. And you say, okay, in the next 10 years, I want to see what will happen. So we work with 10 years and the estimated interest rate. So our speaker told us that it has been ranging around 8 to say 20%. Let's use the 8, right? The lower level. So 8% per annum, which means whatever money you accumulate in a year.
So you can use 10, you can use 10, but to be honest, it's like 50, it's been 15 or 20 in the last few years, but you can use 10.
About 20, but let's say 10. So 10%, right? So every month you're getting, every year, your money is going to grow by 10%. So we'll put 10%. Now the variance is because it changes. Maybe this year it's 10, next year it's 12, the other year it's 9. So we want to put a variance of, let's say 2%, which means it may increase by 2, it may decrease by 2, or anything within that range. Okay, so we have our variance, and then we calculate what will happen in 10 years. So let's watch and see what happens. Right. So it tells us that she would have almost 1 million naira in 10 years. If you do the actual math, you'll find that she has done 60,000 naira per year for 10 years, which is 600,000 naira. But in actual fact, what she's going to receive in 10 years because of the power of compounding is 969,200 and something naira at 10%. Okay, and that 10% is still allowing for, if it drops this year, it raises a bit that year. Now imagine that for the last few years, it has been about 20%. So if we just go and change this number, so I'm going to drop this link on the group for you guys to play around with the numbers and figure it out and say, oh, wow, this is something I can actually work with. Because if you do the math yourself, punch in the numbers yourself, it will make sense to you that, oh, wow, okay, if I change this to this, if I change the years, or change, what are we changing now? The percentage? So whatever it is you decide, if she decides that it is 10,000 naira, so let's say she puts in 10 at first, or let's say somebody dashes her big money and she pays 50,000 naira at the start and subsequently keeps adding 5,000 naira, what will happen? So you see now she has 1 point something million. So just play with the numbers and you'll be amazed what it can do for you. I'll stop there because I'm not trying to extend this meeting at all. But that gives you an idea, I hope. Was this of any value? Please, let's get your feedback in the chats. I knew this was something I wished someone had taught me when I was your age. So I'm so glad for those of you who made the time. Yes, Benjamin says it was valuable to him. Thank you so much. Oh, if it is only Benjamin, I'm grateful that it's valuable to Benjamin. It's of great value. Oh, wow. It's also good for Sophia. Thank you so much, Sophia. All right. So beyond the value, you need to now think, okay, excellent. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm glad it was of value to you. So you now need to think, what is my next step? What is the way forward? What do I do next? Their company is quite reliable. To be honest, there are a number of companies. Okay, it's not the only one, but theirs has been quite reliable and they've sustained quite some growth for a while. So if you decide this is what you want to go with, I would really encourage you to do so. We will, let's see, how do we go about this now in terms of going forward, if any of them wants to reach out? Is there a number they can call or a contact? How does it work?
Yeah, there's a contact. There are contacts. So maybe I share it with you on the side, and then you can now send it to them.
Absolutely.
There are many people. And so I was thinking maybe if it's to get them in one place so that one person coordinates everybody, or they will now reach them. But either way, it's fine. So I drop a number for you.
Okay.
I drop a number for you. So you can now add them.
It may be a bit difficult because I think they're even from different schools. So
okay.
Getting everybody together.
So what schools are they representing?
I believe, okay, maybe they should speak for themselves. Benjamin, I know, is from Veritas.
I'm representing Veritas University, but it's not only me, but I'm from Veritas.
Yeah. Sophia is also from Veritas. Chukuma that left, Amarachi, is from University of Abuja. Joshua, which school are you from?
I'm from Federal University of Oye-Ekiti.
Oh, wow. Amazing. Okay, great. So, Federal University what?
Federal University of Oye-Ekiti, Ekiti State, Ekiti Federal University.
Oh, wow. Yes. Okay, I didn't know that. That's great. Are you in the group?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, I think the announcement group.
Yeah. Oh, you're in the announcement group. You're not in the AYSF group. I'll add you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So because you've stayed to the end, I know you had some difficulty. I'm going to ask you to quickly pitch your own business idea so that we'll all have it. We wanted to wrap this up at 6. We're going to add let me say 5 minutes after 6. We'll be done. Okay. So please go ahead and quickly pitch your own business idea. Thank you so much, our speaker. Thank you for the amazing value you've shared with us. And I know that this is going to make a difference. This seed is going to germinate to bear good fruit. I believe so very strongly. All right.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. My name is Joshua Excellence. I'm the founder of Vicent Studio. So Vicent Studio is a branding and design agency that specializes in helping founders and small businesses to brand and position their products or service with strategic thinking, creative insight, and design system that works both internally and in the market. So the problem I notice in the market is that many businesses fail and get ignored in the market not because the product or the idea is bad, but because of some founders lack clarity on how to build their brand. This is not just about the business structure, but the brand, the position in the mind of the people. Your brand does not belong to you. It belongs to the people. If you say you are good, if people can't really define you as good, you are not really good to them. So if business take their time to build the foundation, the connection between the business and the cost and the people of the world, that is branding. That connection is branding. So a lot of business or founders, they've not really taken their time to define their mission, vision, and purpose. And then the second problem is that they lack customer understanding. They don't really know why customer buy that type of product or come for the service. They don't really know the why, the why behind the customer, and then competitive analysis. They've not really try or have taken the time to define the weakness and the strength and the space available for them to build their brand in the market. So, and the last thing is that lack of clear positioning. They are for everyone. That is, positioning is about being for a specific group of people and being known for a specific result. So a lot of business don't really have a specific target audience. They are for everyone. And if you are for everyone, definitely you will be for no one. So and then my solution is to partner with them to help them uncover, to know more about their target audience, not just giving them logo design, because so many businesses come for logo design, but logo design alone will not really help you build a strong brand. So I help them uncover their customer insight, their competitive analysis, and then position their business, also giving them their brand identity design. So can I continue, ma?
Nope, time up. Time is up.
Okay, thank you,
Thank
ma.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you. So we will practice more on all of this, right? Because this is important. I love the effort for Benjamin and Joshua. I want to say a big thank you for making the effort. The opportunity was made available to everyone on the group, and the two of you took it up, and that was amazing. Also, the effort was really good. I would just say in passing that we're going to deal with this as part of the package for the Ready for Anything Speaking Challenge. So this is a challenge that is open not just to the young speakers, because we have other things that we do, right? There's a platform where we have other people who also come on board to learn how to handle impromptu speaking. And part of it is pitching. Because sometimes you just run into somebody, you didn't plan for it, and somebody's going to ask you, so what are you really about? You want to be able to structure it in a way that helps you to get the necessary impact and to paint the picture that you want for the people that you're speaking to without bogging them down with so many details, all right? So how do you do that? All of that and some more we will handle in the Ready for Anything Speaking Challenge. Now, the good news for Benjamin and Joshua for participating in this program, staying to the end, and especially for pitching, is that you are going to get the promo code for 100% off for that challenge if you are ready to be part. It's only a 3-day program, and it is intense, but it is also very valuable. 3 days, and you get to do it for free. It normally goes for 20,000 naira for the 3 days, but you're getting it for free. Yes, Benjamin, and thank you. Yay, I see you appreciate it. Awesome, awesome, congratulations. The other thing was who came in here first? The first person to log on for this meeting, the first member of AYSF, who was it? Me, it was Joshua, yes, it was Joshua. So Joshua, because you are one of the two who are getting the 100%, I have to give you something else. So I had a plan B, so don't worry about it. I'm going to give you a free ebook. It is incidentally, which one will I give you? Okay, so because of the way our speakers talked about this money matter, there was something I'm cooking up for one of our subsequent meetings, and it's about your life. That's the big picture. And she highlighted quite a bit of it because she's also a life coach. So I'm going to send you an ebook that is, I think it goes for just 5,000 naira, but I'm going to send you the promo code for getting that one for free as well. This free that I'm giving you is not free just like that. It is free, but you will have to give feedback. Now, if you know that you can't make it for the course, I will deal with that later, Sha. If you know you can't make it for the challenge, for the program, the 3-day program, that's fine. You will have the opportunity to gift your slot to someone else or to postpone it for the next batch, but only for the next batch. After that, your promo code will expire. All right. Then for the book, I will also get that code for Joshua. Joshua, wow. So you won 2 gifts today. So please share that with your, if you're saying thank you, don't say thank you here, because once you close the Zoom room now, this thank you has disappeared. Go and say it on the group. Let them be feeling jealous. Let them be doing like this. Hey, Chai, I wish I had a home. Chai. That's what to suit me. Okay, so maybe they'll come for the next one. All right. The goal is really to just help you to improve and to become better. So I want to say a big thank you to everybody for being here. Thank you, Sophia. Sophia, don't worry. Me and you, we will deal with our own private freebies because I don't want the jealousy will just be too much. And she's been amazing as a support, as a community manager. Herself and Josephine have been super amazing in dealing with the group and just helping to coordinate activities from the back end. So I'll say big thank you. Please, let's give a round of applause to Sophia, who is AKA Makama Samuel, because she's using somebody else's device. Yes, she can't wait, I know. All right, thank you so much, everybody. And thank you for staying to the end. Don't worry, we tried to keep it short, but this was important. Money, you know now. All right. Let's say a big thank you. Everybody, please unmute and say a big thank you to our speaker once again.
Thank you very much, Ma. Really appreciate.
Thank
Thank you,
you
Ma.
so much, ma. We're so grateful. God
Thank
bless
you very
you.
Yeah,
much,
please
Mom.
take action, take action, okay? Take action and make your life count.
Yeah.
Well done, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This is recorded, so I would share once it's tidied up, I will share the link on the group. Thank you so much, everybody, and look forward to seeing you on our next one. Next month, we meet once a month for now, and then we'll see what else comes. Bye, everybody. Oh, please,
Bye, ma.
put on your
Bye.
cameras to say bye-bye, because your voice, your power, but it's not only your voice, it's not radio we're doing, even TV, even face-to-face. So get used to it. Cameras, where's everybody? So that we can take a picture. Just for the picture. Hey, not foreheads, though, actual faces. There we go. Joshua, where are you?
Can't see me because I can't see myself.
Okay, I see you. Thank you so much. Okay. Our speaker, please, can you unshare your slide so that we can just have just the participants? Great. Okay.
Okay.
And screenshot. There we go. Yeah. Thank you. All right. Have a blessed evening and a blessed weekend. Bye, everyone.